Hi everybody, my name is Don and this is today's PNR Communications Tech Tip. Alright, so today I wanted to do just a quick video about scanning and editing scan lists. It is a question we get asked a lot. A lot of times you start on a police department, fire department, they hand you a radio and you may not understand all the functions and features that radio has been programmed to give you. So scanning is one of the questions we get asked most about how to do something on a two-way radio. So today I'm just going to give you a quick tutorial here on how to edit your scan list. Now keep in mind that your agency may have chosen not to do scanning, period. Which means that in the programming itself, scan is not an option. So they've programmed it so that you cannot scan or you cannot edit scan lists. Some agencies have decided to give you a fixed scan list, which means they have chosen everything they want you to scan, and the only thing that you're allowed to do is toggle it on and off. Now, other agencies can also make the decision that it doesn't matter, you have no ability to turn scan on or off, that when you go to a channel or a talk group that you are scanning, period, and you have no ability to turn that off. So there's many different variables, and I would contact your radio person at your agency, and then if you have any further questions, of course, give us a call or shoot us an email at PNR Communications, and we would be more than happy to answer all your questions. So for this particular radio that I have set up for demonstration purposes, I do have the ability to scan. I can turn scan off, which you saw that it said scan off here briefly. Now watch the entire screen when I turn scan on. Okay, it says scan on, and then you're going to notice up here at the top, that little Z icon, that Z icon kind of being the icon that's kind of universal for scanning. So if you see a Z icon on a display of your radio, whether it be like this Apex 6000 XE portable or of your mobile radio in your vehicle, that Z means you are scanning something. So now we have our scan on, but we have the question, what exactly are we scanning? And this particular radio has a button set up so that we can determine exactly what we are scanning. So I'm going to turn scan off for a minute here, and then we're going to hit our scan list. Now you don't have to turn scan off. I just turned scan off just in case one of the talk groups that I'm scanning right now doesn't interrupt our little tutorial. So find your scan list edit button. Now it may be a soft button on the side of the radio, depending on how your agency has your radios programmed. It may be a switch on the top of the radio. You're going to have to find that person at your agency that knows that information, or if the team here at PNR, if we programmed your radio, we'd be more than happy to let you know what buttons are your scan on, scan off, and scan list. Edit. So here we go. Scan list edit. So now you'll notice my screen changes. It says edit scan right there. And if I use my up and down arrows now, you can see that I can scroll through various talk groups. Now I'm into my second zone in this radio. Now I'm in zone 3. And my edit scan is only going to show me those talk groups or channels that are able to be added to my scan list. Now if you notice as I'm scanning through these, watch the little Z pop up and disappear as I go through there. So what that little Z is telling me right there is that if I stop here, now I'm on this Wood FDMS zone, FD Ops 4, that means that Z right there on my display currently means that that's part of my scan list. So if I go to the up a couple, now FD Ops 2 is not on my scan list. That Z has gone away. But if I want to add FD Ops 2 to my scan list, I just hit select. Now I've got the little Z, and now I know that that's part of my scan list. Now this particular radio also has the ability to have what we call dual priority. So it's going to take, let's say you have a scan list with 16 members in it, and you're going to have a priority 1 and a priority 2 scan list member, and that just means that your radio checks back on those two priorities more often than everybody else in the scan list. Now, this particular radio is a fixed priority 1, and it's fixed to the selected channel. So whatever channel I turn the channel knob to, it is going to be fixed on that priority. So it doesn't matter if I'm scanning 20, 30, or however many scan list members. Wherever my channel selector switch on the top of the radio is set to, that is going to be my priority. So we're going to check back on that one more often to make sure I don't miss any priority traffic. Now, priority 2 means that, it's the second highest priority, and we're going to check back on that one more often than everybody else. The only person that doesn't check back more often then is priority 1. So if I wanted to make my FDEMS, if I wanted to make that channel my priority 2, then if I hit select again, watch the Z change. See that little dot that appeared next to the Z, and that means that this is now a priority channel. And I just know from the programming that I can only set, as an operator, as a radio user, I can only set a single priority in there, and it's always going to be the second priority because the programming decision was made that priority 1 is a fixed priority. So I've got my first talk group there. It is a priority. Now if I scan down, or if I scroll down here, so now you can see the difference between the first one, priority with the dot. The second one is in my scan list, but no dot, so it's not a priority. And let's say I just want to delete something out of my scan list. Well, this DEL right here, I know you guys were working ahead of me there and figured that one out already. If I hit delete, I am not deleting the channel out of my radio. I am only deleting it from my scan list. Okay, so I've decided that, okay, my scan list is good. I want to go back to my my usual operating screen. I just hit the home button here and engage scan, and now my newly built scan list is in my radio and ready for me to listen. So again, keep in mind that a lot of these decisions on how scan lists work in your particular radio, those are decisions that are made by your agency before these radios get into your hands. So you're going to need to find out from those in charge exactly how your radio is programmed. And at PNR Communications, we are always here to help, to work you through any issues on the operations of your radio. So don't forget to subscribe, like, and give us some comments down below. We'd love to hear from you here on our YouTube channel and also at pnrcommunications.com. Thank you.